Hello everyone, I'm the Mole Man, and welcome to my first Steam Workshop train sim thingy with Dubry Flip, which I've spoken about briefly in a couple of videos recently. My plan is to go through all the scenarios from the top rated down. Now there are like well over 10 to 11,000 scenarios, and more get added every day, so there is no way I will ever finish this. But it's something I want to do because it forces a bit more variety onto the channel. It might make me drive something I've never driven before, which is very. I think it'll be interesting. It'll also show off, it'll show off different scenarios that I've never done before, and I think it'll just all round be very awesome indeed. So you can currently see the Steam Workshop page. If you want to skip ahead to the beginning of the video, the actual beginning of the video, there'll be a timestamp. And the time in the description, because I'm kind of like that. But just to explain the series, it's going to be top rated all time down. So starting on page 1, as you can see here, the first scenario is on the Marias Pass. Now that route is no longer available to buy outside the US. But if you already bought it, you still have it. I bought it before it disappeared because of BNSF problems, which means that I'm still going to do it, even though it's not available across the globe. I hope you can understand what I'm saying here. So if it's not available on Steam anymore, but I've got it, I'm still going to cover it. Stuff like this is not a problem. You can see I've subscribed to all of these already. We're lucky here. So part 1, and then part 2, and then part 3. As you can see there, if we appear across a part 3, and then a part 2, and then a part 1, or some weird variation, then what I'll do is the future parts will be held until I find the first part. So say if I come across a part 2, I won't play that until I've come across part 1 and part 3, and then I will play them all. Hopefully that'll make sense. Are you with me? I hope you're with me so far. This is weird. But anyway, so yeah, obviously keep on going along here. If we keep on looking along, yeah, we've got all these scenarios and stuff like that. Once we reach a route, I will not be covering it as part of the list. I will literally wait until a scenario for it has popped up. That's when I will cover routes. Unless it doesn't have any scenarios, in which case I'll find time to do it another time, because I want to focus on the scenarios. So routes won't get their own feature unless they don't have any scenarios for them that I can see. But that's basically the premise of it all. So if you see me driving something like BNSF, like the first scenario which I'm going to be playing today, if you haven't bought it and you live outside the US, I'm sorry, you won't be able to get it on Steam. If you live in the US, you can get it. If you already own it, then you already own it. But that's that indeed, and obviously it should go well. It should go well. As you can see, there's 380 pages, and there's this many on page 1, and this is already several weeks worth of videos right here, along with all the other stuff I normally do. So I will never get this finished. And I probably will never get very far, and I want to see how far I can get in a year. So that's been that explained. Let's get on with the actual video, shall we? I think so indeed. And we are in. Highline dispatch to BNSF 7204 East. You are cleared to proceed eastbound from Whitefish on track 2. Anticipate several meets between Whitefish and Belton. Depending on the time you make it to Conkelly, you may be held there for a meet with a westbound priority Z train headed by BNSF 7237. The Z is running in 2 sections today, and we will hold you for the second section at Belton. That's a mouthful to start. Yeah, I hope what I said earlier made sense, by the way. I thought I'd explain the new series before diving right in there. Welcome to the BNSF loco, whatever this is, I can't remember already. Let's get going, shall we? Let's get going indeed. I'm assuming we can go. Yeah, there's no signals right there. Good. Let's get the lights on, and let's get going. Come on, train. That's it. Let's get going. We've got quite a long train today. Yeah, we've got quite a long train. The rear of it isn't even moving yet. That's how long the train is. There we go. There we go. Now we're pulling the tonnage. Right, let's get going. Come on, train. 20 miles an hour. We can do it. Yeah, this could take a little while. It's supposed to take about 50 minutes, this scenario. And I'm not going to try and extend that too much with screenshots, because I don't want to be doing this forever. But there we go. So yes, if you do not have this route already, I'm sorry, you cannot buy it if you're outside the US. That is the nature of BNSF at the moment. I'm not going to take a screenshot at the moment. The train looks weird with shadows on it. Trains always look weird with shadows on. So yes, that is the nature of BNSF at the moment. So that is something that I'm afraid nothing I can do about. So yes, but what we can do is we can still have banter. We can have banter indeed. We've got to go for... Oh, Foreman Dan Hernandez, he's going off like crazy, like normal in these American locos. Go via Whitefish East Main 2. Right, so let's have a look at our task list. How far have we actually got to go today? Let's look this up. We've got to go 21 miles. That's no, a bit more than that maybe, but around 20 odd miles. That one was. That was like the second to last thing there. But that's, yeah, this should go well. I feel this whole workshop scenario thing should go well. There's nothing that I can't see anything going horrifically wrong with this. Not yet, anyway. I reckon something will go wrong in the future, mind you. Especially if I reach... One thing I should have mentioned in the before bit. I'm actually recording this on a different day to the before bit. Because, you know, time difference. That made no sense. If I reach a scenario that's, like, ridiculously long, I may have to skip it. Like, this is 50 minutes, that's fine. If I reach one that's, like, 2 hours or something stupid, I might have to skip it. Because that is a long time to be doing one thing. And that'd have to be split up into several parts. So we'll see when it comes to longer scenarios. But stuff like this, we can do whatever the hell we want. I missed the screenshot opportunity. There we go. I was talking too much. I'll only take a few today, I reckon. I know I am the screenshot master, but I must only take a few today, because this is a long scenario. That'll do. Right, and go. That is a train and a half. What is this? It's General Electric. Is it ES44AC or DC? I can't actually remember. It's usually on the side of these locos somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not today. No idea. I cannot remember. Cannot remember for the life of me. We are nearly going the speed limit already. Would you look at that? I should be paying attention to the signals. That's something I should be doing. Because, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. This, I believe this, so the first one of the day, I believe this is by Gary Dalzell. You know, very, very well known in his terms of his American scenarios. So it makes sense that his is the most top rated, really. It does indeed. It does indeed. I do hope with this we'll get to see some real good gems within the train sim community. We'll come across some great scenarios and drive some trains that I've never driven before. For example, this. I have never driven this before. Just because I've never got around to it. But with this new series that I'm doing, I'm getting the chance to drive it, which is something I probably would have never done anyway, because there's so much American stuff. I probably would have chosen something else. So it's good. It's good, this new thing that I've done, and I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad we are doing it indeed. There should be banter involved, and that's the most important thing, really, isn't it? That's the most important thing indeed. I'm just playing around with the camera right now. We are nearly approaching the speed limit. I don't think there's any time constraints on this one, so we're not bound by any horrible time limits things, which is nice. You know, it's going to feel weird not having a scoreboard, because I'm used to, you know, the score in the corner. I'm used to score. I will feel a bit lost without it, but I'm sure we will manage. I'm sure we will manage indeed. I love American trains so much. Just look at that. And they're absolutely colossally massive. These things are. They are massive, and I want to see them one day in real life, as I'm sure any train fan does. I am speeding. There we go. I am speeding, but no penalties for it. There we go. That's what I like to see. No penalties for it. All right, I'm going to have a drink of water. I've got one glass of water to last me for the duration of this scenario. That's probably a mistake, but we'll find out. We shall find out indeed. That is a whistle board. Let's get the bell on. Where is the crossing? Is that it up there? I think that's it. Yes, I can see it. Right, it's time for some proper American train horn banter, because that's what we do here. That's what we do indeed. Right, where is it? There it is. There it is. Let's do the first long one now. Yeah, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Yeah, we know what we're doing. Look at that for scenery, though. Screenshot in between. I've done this way too early, but I do not care. There we go, look at this. The barren level crossing. There is nobody here to see this, but you know, we're doing it because that's what we do indeed. I'm aware they're not called level crossings in America. That's just something that whatever. Terminology and me don't go well together. I apologise. I apologise indeed. I'm looking forward to that 60-mile-an-hour limit. I want to get the speed up on this thing. I'm assuming it's this massive turn here that's slowing us down or something. Unless it's just because of the fact that it's a freight yard or something. I don't know. It must be that turn that's slowing us down. You wouldn't want to do any turn quickly, really, in a train this heavy. You really wouldn't. It would be disastrous. We have got the high ball there, which is good. Max speed 75 miles an hour. Hopefully we'll experience some of that today. Would be good indeed. Would be good indeed. So yes, I've never driven a BNSF loco before. Well, I've driven a Burlington Northern one, the green one. I've driven that before. I don't know whether that counts really. It probably does, and it's in its own way. Probably does. Look at that though. That is just that's a train and a half right there. That is a train and a half indeed. I'm gonna grab a screenshot there. Something like that maybe. Yeah, why not? You got to grab some screenshots of these trains because they're awesome. They're awesome indeed. If you don't take screenshots, then what is the point? This might as well be Screenshot Simulator because the views are just incredible. They are incredible indeed. Incredible indeed. We are starting the 60 now. Hopefully it won't take too long to get the whole train through it. It's probably going to take a little while. That was our first waypoint as well. 4 miles to the next one. For 4.18 miles. Go via Columbia Falls, Main 2 West. There we go. I have to keep an eye on the signals for this one. Hopefully we'll be alright. I can't actually remember if we're going to have signals or not. It's a medium difficulty scenario. But we shall find out indeed. Yeah, so we've got to go 20 miles. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah. 20 miles. Once we get up to speed, that should start flying by. Unless, of course, the speed limit goes down to like 10 or something stupid like that. Yeah, these trains, they do like to have their slow moments. They do indeed. But the thing is, these don't need speed. They just need the looks and the power. I mean, look. Look at this. I'm trying to get a nice, interesting screenshot like that. That's awesome right there. Just imagine we're standing on a really high ladder or something. I like to take them from like a down low perspective, but imagine we're just standing on something here, because that's awesome. With the mountains in the distance, that's just beautiful. And there goes the train. Let's watch the whole train go past. That can't possibly be boring. There we go. We're also going to start speeding soon. We're going up a 0.4% gradient, which is, you know, considering how heavy this is, that's still pretty good going. That's still pretty good going. Right, we're going to drop the power though. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. And it instantly got quieter. Yeah, that just shows how loud they are. It really does indeed. This is a long train. I don't know how long it actually is in terms of meters, but I'm assuming it's quite long. I mean, each one of these is what? I have no idea. I don't know distances. I just know banter. And this is a very banterously lengthed train. That is a technical term. That is a technical term indeed. You can measure banter, and this is very banterous. It's very banterous indeed. Put the power back on. Just stay around 20 miles an hour, and then up to 60 soon. Can't wait to get up to 60. Watching this thing race past should be awesome. Should be awesome. I'm probably missing some level crossing banter up there, but you know, who cares about that? How much further have we got to go? Jesus Christ, these trains are long. They are long indeed, but you know, it's the most efficient way of like transporting stuff across massive distances. And we are nearly in the 60 zone. Come on. I want to get up to 60. Let's get up to 60. Come on, get in the zone. Get in the zone. Come on. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. And we're in the 60 zone. 50% power. Let's get ourselves up there. Come on, train. We've got 2 locos on the front. We can get up to 60 just fine. We can get up there indeed. Once all the couplings have started to tug a little bit, we should start speeding up. That's it. We're speeding up slowly. Bit more power. That's it. We'll be up to 60 in no time. Especially as the route's going to start leveling off and going downhill soon by the looks of things. That should make life a lot easier. Should make life a lot easier indeed. But Wave Eco Move, very worldwide freight things, these, aren't they? We've seen them on the Semmering route, we've seen them in Germany, we've seen them in the UK on Train Sim. Very universal indeed. But such is life, I suppose, in train sim. Such is life indeed. Ah, here we go. Here's the end. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I just moved the mouse in a weird way, but there we go. There goes the end of the train. Flashing red lights on the rear. Yeah, there's the top of the hill right there. That is a long train. That is a very long train indeed. We need to seriously start speeding up now. Bloody hell, look at all this lot. That is a very long train. We're coming up on another train as well. Look at that. Wonder what train this is. It's probably another BNSF one, isn't it? Yep. Cool. Screenshot time. Somewhere there's a screenshot in here. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Something like that maybe, because that's just awesome right there. That'll do. Lovely, and go. And back in the cab we go. Let's start speeding right up now. Come on, train. We shouldn't start wheel slipping. We've got two massive locos on the front. But we are going slightly uphill, I think. It's hard to tell, unless of course we're now going slightly downhill. It's tough. It's tough to tell with the HUD sometimes what you're actually doing. But I'm sure whatever we are doing, it's banterous. It's banterous indeed. And there goes the end of that train. That is awesome. Oh, I can look all the way around. I hate that in certain trains. I'm sure some of you will relate to this. A lot of trains restrict your camera view to this, but when you can turn your head all the way around, it makes you feel it's wrong. It feels wrong. Like, you know, if I could do that and then keep on going, it's like my neck should be in pieces right now. Yeah, that's freaky. That is freaky indeed. Full power, let's do it. Let's get ourselves up to 60 before we end up having another speed limit. What's the next signal up ahead? It looks green. It definitely looks green. That is something that I'm happy about. Frame rate, come on, there we go. Yeah, we should be alright in terms of signals. Yeah, are there any stop-ats, or is it all go vias? That's the only stop. The only stop is in 19 miles. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, that signal looks green. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Speeding up now, slowly but surely. We are speeding up. 30 miles an hour. 30. Yeah, come on, train. You can do it. You know you want to speed up. You know you want to go really, really fast. That's always fun. One more screenshot as we go down the hill here, I reckon. Just look at that's just impressive right there. That's just impressive indeed. What do we reckon? Do you reckon something? I like getting these perfect. When it comes to screenshots, I am a perfectionist. I really am indeed. There we go. Racing along there. We could do with another loco on the back, to be perfectly honest. That would speed us up a bit quicker. But, you know, there's nothing we could do about it. We can't nick a loco. Yeah, we can't nick a loco. Not today. Maybe another day we'll nick a loco. Maybe we should have the pump car on the back. That could give us some serious power. Oh, jeez, the pump car. That is a very, very, very banterous piece of rolling stock indeed. I'm sure you will all agree. I am sure you will all agree. Look at that. This train is so tall. That's what I like about these trains. They're just so big. I mean, like, a human's about this high up. That's how big these trains are. You know, it's like a human's probably about this tall. Which is just freaky. It's just freaky. Freaky indeed. Oh, whistle board. Where is it? There it is. Right, we'll try and judge this one a little better. Hopefully we'll do alright. Hopefully, we'll find out. Stick our head out there. Very nice trees and foliage and stuff. Right. Let's do this thing. That's better. This is better. This is going better. That's it. And there's somebody watching as well. Lovely. Hello, sir. You alright today? Good. We are approaching 40 miles an hour. Look at this. We're gunning along now. We are gunning along now indeed. Going twice as fast as we were previously. We're on full power and we're only going twice as fast. But that's the nature of trains. Look at that. That's just incredible. A screenshot will be taken, I promise. There we go. Screenshot was taken. Because that is pretty. This track is dead straight. There's another level crossing there. Hang on. Let's do it again. That's it. That's it. There we go. I don't think that's a proper level crossing. Because there's no lights or anything on that. That's a bit weird, but there you go. There we go indeed. 41 miles an hour. Look at this. There is Columbia Falls, Main 2 West. We are approaching our waypoint there quite nicely. And how many waypoints are there in total? 8. Yeah, there we go. We're doing well. We are doing well. We are doing well indeed. If we actually look though, look at where we're actually going. Where is it? Oh no, I want to look at this one. No, hang on. Mouse, work with me. There we go. 17 miles. Yeah, that was over 20 when we started. So that's not too bad. It's going well. It's going well. It'd be nice if we could speed up a little quicker, but you know that's besides the point. We've got a speed limit of 45 coming up. We haven't even made 60, and we've got to go to. So I might as well just stay at 45 when I get there. Yeah, that's probably the best plan in this regard. There's probably no point in. There's no point in trying to go past 45 now. There is a point in taking a screenshot before we finish up this waypoint here, because this train looks pretty, very, very pretty. It just goes on for miles, and it is awesome. Just trying to think about what looks best here. Something like that, maybe. That looks nice. That looks nice indeed. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit quicker. That's the speed I was looking for. That's that's a lot better than 20 miles an hour. That's something that's a little bit more. Yeah, that's a good speed. Right, that's a good speed indeed. Is that another train up ahead? I don't think it is. No, maybe it isn't. I can't tell, but it definitely looks like something that's railway related up ahead. Probably the track. That's probably what that is indeed. And that is 45. There we go. So we can probably bring the power back now. That's it. Bring the power back. And just maintain 45. Oh no, there is a couple of freight cars down here. There we go. I wasn't completely stupid. There we go. So yeah, we'll just sort of maintain the 45 sort of speed limit. Hopefully. Yeah, it should be fine. Maintain the 45, and then we'll be golden. We'll be golden. Oh, we're still going to curve round here. Curving round is the perfect opportunity to take a screenshot. If you don't know this, then why do you play Train Sim? You can, I don't know. You can just see the trains looking awesome in that way. It's a nice industrial area there. Got some logging cars and stuff. Looks like some sort of cement works or something, or clay work. I don't know. You tell me what that is, and I'll then say thank you in the comments. How does that sound? That sounds awesome. Right, that's it. Holding 45 quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Screenshot will be taken. I like doing this because there's no sort of like, there's no career worries. There's no sort of like, I have to worry about a score. I mean, yes, last time I did one cracker of a score with 978, which is the best way to start 2016. That was the best way to start 2016 indeed. But there you go. We don't have to worry about a score today, and it's quite nice. We can just do what we want. We can just drive this train. If we speed, we speed. Doesn't really matter. We've got no time to worry about. We can just enjoy the ride. Together we can enjoy the ride. And for those of you who don't have this and can't get it, whilst I do feel forever sorry for you, at least we can still experience this route together. And I think that's important. I think that's important indeed. Absolutely beautiful train. Absolutely beautiful. I hope that signal's green. We'll find out. Yeah, it's green. Good. That signal is green. That was a level crossing. Sorry. I should have... Yeah, see, most people drive these things by paying attention. I don't. Paying attention is for other people. Be aware of the dwarf signals, as some dwarf signals on the route provide mainline indications. Qua? What does that mean? I gotta keep an eye out for dwarf signals. Oh, jeez. This could go horribly wrong because I have no idea what I'm doing. Just saying. It could go horribly wrong because of that single reason only. There we go. Did that one professionally. Lovely. Right, keep an eye out for dwarf signals. There is one that's got a yellow on it. I'm going to power down. Because that signal is yellow. That signal is indeed yellow. If that's a mainline yellow right there, then that means the next one on the main line is going to be red. Which is not something we can test this actually. If it's gone red now, yeah. Okay, the next signal is probably red. We better keep an eye out for that. We better keep an eye out indeed. I'm assuming the next waypoint is at the next signal. Let's have a little sneaky peek. I bet drivers wish they could do this. Let's have a little sneaky peek at any upcoming signals. I'm expecting a red. That's just the way that trains work. I can't actually see a signal yet though. Maybe it's too far away for me to see. Oh, it's right the way down there. There's definitely a red up there, but I can't see if it's on my track or not, and I think I've reached the limit of where I can go. We'll find out. We'll find out together, shall we? We'll find out indeed. We shall find out indeed. How much further have I got to go? So yeah, that's where the signal is, I reckon. And our final destination's 13 miles away. Okay. Well, let's just keep the speeder rolling for now. Just, you know, I'm sure this thing's got some decent stopping. And I'm gonna have a proper look. Screw it. I'm not gonna drive with like this is my drive with caution. This is my defensive driving. Jump up ahead and cheat. That's the way I drive these things because that's just the best way to do it. Yes. Yes, that's a red signal because the track goes down to single. Right, now I know. I can now bring the power back. That's it, bring the power back. Yeah, this is a good plan. This is a good plan indeed. Good plan indeed. Yeah, bring the speed down. Prepare to stop in the next mile, because we do have a red light, and then we go onto the single track. So I'm assuming there's a train heading towards us, and it's got to go onto the track to our left before we can go. Otherwise, bad things would happen. I think that's what they're implying here. Bad things would happen if we don't stop. So we shall stop. We shall stop. All right, let's take the brakes off there. It'll coast along at 30 miles an hour. That'll be fine. That'll be fine indeed. Look at that scenery, though. Absolutely beautiful. This route, Mariah's Pass, absolutely beautiful. Never really driven on it though. I mean, I've owned it for quite a while, and but I've never driven on it, and that's why I like this. I can explore routes I've never explored before. Explored before. That's English. That's English. Is there a train peering out there yet? No, not yet. It probably will do when we get there. I can see our red light. It is just there. It's yeah, let's keep the speed on a come down right now. Sort of roll up to it defensive driving style, even though we know we're gonna have to stop. That's the thing. That's the thing indeed. Alright, so yeah, that's a single line. So that's interesting, that. Yeah, because that happens, isn't it? There's single tracks and stuff. That's 26. There we go. We'll just fan the brakes down. That's what we'll do. Fan them down indeed. 12% will be alright for now. It's a nice, what's that, an SW1500 or something? Is that what this is? I don't know. I'm just guessing. It's BNSF. Is that an SW1500 or something? Along those lines? You know, switcher of some description? I don't know. Right. Let's keep the speeder rolling down, because we do have a red there. And then we just got to sit and wait for a train to go past. Which is something I don't think I've ever done before in Train Sim. Having to sit and wait for a train. Never done that before. We are going to whack the brakes on now. Right, seriously whack the brakes on. Otherwise we're not going to stop in time. I was too busy paying attention to that other thing. Right, I don't have dynamics. I just got to stop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, train. You can stop in time, can't you? Stop. Stop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop. No, 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 no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. Okay. All right. Train, stop now. Stop. 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 Oh, crap. Stop. Stop. Right. Into reverse. Right. We've got to reverse now. We've got to reverse now. Reverse. 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 Train. Reverse. Reverse. Oh, God. Reverse. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And so we are back at the yellow dwarf signal. Let's try and not crash into another train this time. I think that's what went wrong on our previous attempt at this. I think we crashed into a train. Let's not do that again. I feel like that'll be the constructive way to go around this, is to not do that again. So we shall start the braking, and we shall continue the braking, and we shall come up to it very slowly. Very, very slowly indeed, because I do not want to be crashing into trains. Not today. Not today. I want to be doing well. This is a long enough scenario as it is, and I've just had to spend the best part of 20 minutes getting back to this point. I have now saved, so if I do this again, then I've got a bit of luck on my side. Hopefully, not luck. Intelligence in terms of saving, because I don't know words. But yes, we're now going to slow down, and we are going to stop at this red signal, and hopefully it'll all go well. Second time lucky I'm going for second time lucky. I would have preferred first time lucky, but I was distracted by a freight train, and you know how that goes. You know how that goes. You get distracted and you screw it up, which is probably why they don't let drivers talk when they're doing these things. They do their job in terms of talking to dispatchers and stuff. But as far as like casually chatting goes, like I'm doing right now, drivers aren't allowed to do that, and I wonder why. I wonder why indeed. So yes, we're going to keep the slowing down happening until we reach the red signal, where we should hopefully stop. We should hopefully stop indeed and let the freight train go past, which would be good. It'd be good to let it go past. I don't fancy. No, I don't fancy running into it again. No, let's not do that. Let's just focus on stopping the train. Bring the brakes off there at 20. We've got a mile. We've got over a mile to go until the signal, or thereabouts. So we'll be fine for the moment. We'll be fine indeed. There is the speed limit, and there is the signal just appearing on the hub right there. Okay. You just got to play it safe. You got to play it safe when you're doing these things. I'm focusing a lot more on the braking right now than I am on the banter, because I don't want to crash this thing. I want to do well. And we're not going to do well if we run onto a single line. We're not going to do well. Right, there's our signal. It's 0.9 miles away. That is our point of stoppage. That's our point of stoppage indeed. We are now going at the speed of which we were approaching the signal at, a lot closer. So I already feel a lot more confident in our ability to slow down here. But I am going to be careful. I'm going to be very careful indeed. Very careful indeed. That's it. I was also, last time as well, I was also flying ahead of the train, trying to figure out what was going on in terms of signals, when I should have just stayed in here and slowed down. That is, yeah, but I wanted to check. And that caused failure. So you don't check in life. Just deal with it. Right. Yeah, our signal's up there. Indeed. I want to try and get there before the train comes around the corner, because then that'll be screenshot heaven. But if I'm going to be driving like the way I am, like nice and cautiously, I don't think I'll get there before the other train does. We shall find out, though. I just want to play it safe after what happened last time. I want to play it safe. I think you'll agree that playing it safe in certain situations is probably the best thing to do. Otherwise, problems. Many problems. Many problems indeed. That's going well. About 11 miles an hour right now. Our signal's still about half a mile away. But I reckon that's good. I reckon 10 miles an hour, half a mile with such a heavy train is a good thing. It's a lot better than 20 miles an hour or anything like that. There's the train that screwed us up last time. It's hiding behind the bush in shame because it distracted me. You shall not distract me this time, train. You shall not be the death of me and the person who would sit here and the two people in the other train. No. You shall not be the distraction of me today. I am past you, switcher train. I am past you indeed. Yeah, look at you hiding in the bushes in shame. Oh yeah, you peer your head out. Yeah, screw you. Alright, you caused all the problems. Don't try and camouflage into the background. No, I can still see you, but you're not going to distract me. You're currently distracting me. I'm going to now look forwards. Right, okie dokie. Okie dokie, just had a switcher train there because, you know, that's what we do. That's what we do in life. There's the single track. There's no train on it just yet. I didn't speed in the rerun of this, which is good. I haven't sped, which I think is, you know, fantastic. So yeah, I'm actually doing better than last time so far. So far, being the keyword right there. There's our red light. It's the furthest away red light, right in the distance. We just got to pull up to that. And at 9 miles an hour, I think we will be okay. I think we will be okay indeed. This shouldn't go horribly wrong. It shouldn't. There's no reason why it shouldn't now that we've learnt our error. But, you know, we shall find out. We shall find out, won't we? We shall find out indeed. I've now spent the last several minutes just talking about the same thing. Literally the signal, because it's terrifying me, and that's the only thing I can think of talking about until we get past it. Until we get past it indeed. Right, I reckon a bit of braking. Just a little bit. Take a little bit more of the load off. Because this thing doesn't like to slow down. That's what we have learned. There's the other train. There's the other train. We're in an alternate universe now. This is the universe where I can actually drive a train. That's what universe we're in right now. Now we still have got to make sure that we stop in time, otherwise we'll plough into the cars at the back, and we don't want to do that. Neither of these things are a good situation. Yeah, that's it. You get on that line. You get on that line indeed. Also, crawling along at this speed is quite good because it means that most of the train's gone past by the time we get there, and then we haven't got to worry about sitting around for as long. Right, I think now is a good time to take a screenshot of you, considering you have survived this time. I think screenshots are what are necessary now. Sort of, you know, celebratory screenshots like, well done, we didn't kill you. I think that's a good screenshot to take, you know? I think it is indeed. Something like that, maybe. Oh, there's lots of locos going on this one. Look at that. That's impressive right there. Look at that lot going on. Lovely stuff. Our train's snaking round there. Sort of crawling along. Right, that's it. Yeah, that train's very long. That train's very long. Let's keep the braking on. Doesn't really matter now. We just because we can now definitely stop in that distance. It's just a matter of crawling towards it. Hopefully, the end of the train will go past before we get there. If we're lucky, we probably won't be lucky. Me and luck, we have a very odd relationship, and I probably won't get any today. But we shall find out. We shall find out indeed. Such a beautiful train, though. Really is such a beautiful train. Yeah, see, because this is the one thing, right? Driving trains I've never driven before. This is the sort of stuff you get. Me not knowing the braking distances and me messing stuff up. There's the end of the train, which means that hopefully the points will change and the light will go green before we get there, which will be then we can power up, and that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome indeed. Come on, light. Come on. Don't make me stop. Don't make me stop. I'll put the brakes on. You're going to make me stop. You're going to make me stop. Screw you, light. Oh, no, there we go. It's gone green. Right, power up. Straight up to 62% power, because that's how long I held the thing for. That's it. Rev up to 35 miles an hour. We are back on our way. Slowly but surely. Let's power onto the single line. I wonder if there'll be a train waiting for us at the other end. I have no idea. I have literally no idea. There we go. There we go. I've just spent 8 minutes rambling about the signal. There we go. My inability to drive. There we go. That's what I've just done indeed. That's what I've just done indeed. And onto the single line we go. There we go. I don't know how long this is. I really have no idea how long this is. Go via Coram West number 3098 in 4.3 miles. That's not too bad. I have no idea what that is, mind you. That's that's where the track looks like it goes double again. And it's double there. Where are we? Oh, we're down here. Okay. Right, so it's single track for the next. Yeah, it's single track until the next waypoint. Okay, that's interesting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good to know. Good to know. Right. Yeah, just gonna roll through the canyon or something, wherever this is, some sort of big valley. I mean, look at that. That's impressive right there. That is impressive indeed. This looks like screenshot heaven. This definitely looks like screenshot heaven. Prepare to fill up the hard drive with many screenshots. Prepare indeed. Right. Speed limit is 35. We'll keep an eye on that. We should be able to do well in terms of speed limit. I've done well so far in terms of this rerun. I haven't sped. I did speed in the original run, but we don't talk about the original run. We do not talk about the original run at all. Look at that. Wonderful indeed. Snaking round there. How are you doing, Bushes? You all happy today? You all good? You flat as ever? Yeah, you're flat as ever. Let's leave you alone. Alright, that's it. Just snake along the track. Now we can relax a little bit. Hopefully, I don't know if there are any more single track points. There are more single track points. Okay. West Glacier is a triple track, but there is more single track to deal with in the future. That's let's just keep our wits about us. I think let's keep our wits indeed. Keep an eye on those signals, be them normal or dwarf. I think that's good advice. It's good advice indeed. Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment to take in the scenery here. Look at this. This is incredible. This is going to be a really long video, I feel, once I've edited it all together. With the amount of screw-ups, pauses for screenshots, and everything else, I reckon this is going to be quite a long video indeed. But, you know, who cares? There we go. Lovely stuff. We're not going to watch a train go past again, I promise. I've done that once, I'm not doing it again. Speed limit's going to go up to 50 soon. Yes, we get up to 50, even though we never even made the 60. Even in my rerun, I never made the 60. You can only get up to 45. You could probably get up to about 47 if you didn't wait at 45 before you reach the limit. It's weird. These trains take forever to accelerate, and they take forever to brake, and it's probably because of the hundreds upon hundreds of tons that are behind us. That's one interesting way to look at the train, I suppose. Well, I suppose the most interesting way to look at the train would be this. It could take a little while. That's it. This is the most interesting way to watch a train, I suppose. Snake around like this. Just follow each and every coach or car. I mean, freight car. There we go. You hold the control and arrow keys to do this. By the way, if you didn't know, control and arrow keys. You can move up and down the train, and you can then view the entire thing and see how long it really is. Because as you can see, we're still going, still going. There is a tunnel. Oh dear, that's going to ruin this. Yep, ruined it. Okay. That ruined it. Never mind. Also means I missed a screenshot opportunity with a tunnel, which makes me sad. But you know, such is life. Right. Look at that. Nice and quiet. They ruin it. there's always a moment in life that ruins a screenshot. I feel. I mean, you should always try and take as many as you can and stuff. But there's always little things that get in the way, like logs, foliage. But you know, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. I don't know what I'm talking about. I literally have no idea. I'm just talking about taking screenshots. Yeah. Just take them. It's awesome. Look at that. So pretty. Very nice. 7204 and 7209. Those are our trains. Never looked at that before. Oh my god, look at the scenery over there. That is... Oh, hello. That is... Yeah, this route's pretty. If you haven't already guessed, this route's pretty. Let's take a... That was an improv screenshot there. That was an improv indeed. Yeah, this route's pretty. Very, very pretty. If you hadn't already guessed. Just look at it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's take a screenshot like that. Get a little bit more creative. There we go. Right. What we've got up ahead. Flashing yellow and red. Now I'm going to start getting confused. Confused indeed. Right, let's think about what that might mean, shall we? I have absolutely no idea, but I want to throttle down. I want to throttle down, I reckon. We're going to dive ahead and have a look. I've got a feeling this is going to be the death of me again. Let's save. Let's save. Flashing yellow. In Britain, that means you're turning off. Maybe that means we're turning off onto another track. Like, you know, turning off to the main track again. That might be the same thing. I don't know. I'm learning as we go. That's another thing about this. I'm learning as we go. I probably won't remember, but you know, that's the nature of learning, isn't it? You never tend to really remember any of it. Right. It's really far away. But we do have some nice scenery to look forward to. But there's no signal for ages, so that's fine. I'm gonna probably just keep the power on a little bit then. Speed limit's 50, but because of that signal, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to go fast. I feel like it would be counterproductive to go fast at this point in the scenario. I feel like it would be indeed. Yeah, there's no signal for a couple of miles. I don't think. I think that Coram West is where the next signal is, but I don't know what it's displaying. Show task. Does this give a hint? Yellow, red. I think, yeah. I think we do have a red signal coming up. We do also have a crossing coming up. Where's the crossing? I can't see it. It's somewhere around here. Somewhere. Where is it? Is that the crossing? That's the crossing. I know what I'm doing. There we go. Here we go. That's the crossing banter right there. That's the crossing banter indeed. Boom. Right. Any signals to worry about? Nope. Any signals within the next 1.35 miles to be precise. Because from the HUD said yellow. We're going to find out whether the HUD's lying or not. Red, green. I'm thinking that means green is for this way, which is the set so we can go. Yes, I'm going to go with the fact that we can go through this. I am indeed. Speed limit of 25. There is, yeah, okay. See, I'm learning, and hopefully, well, you're probably sighing at my complete inability to drive trains, which, you know, I don't blame you, I do not blame you, but there we go. We're going to be crossing an epic bridge soon. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome indeed. Look at that. That's just incredible. Again, once again, adding length to the video just for taking a screenshot, but, you know, nothing I can do about that. I just want to take pretty screenshots. Want to take them indeed. I've had people ask me what I do with the screenshots. Well, I edit them. I use them now and then. Especially with thumbnails is the most important one. I like to have a bit of variety when it comes to choosing a thumbnail. So I always take as many screenshots as possible to find what's most visually compelling. But I also stick them up on the internet for people to look at, and that's the main thing really. Also as well for making montage videos, like I did with look at this. Like I did with the 2015 screenshotorial video. That's the main reason, and they do prove in handy for that very particular reason. Look at that. That's just cinematic, that is. Look at that. That's just pretty. Pretty for days, that is. Many screenshots are going to be taken here, because this train is pretty. Going across this bridge. Look at that, with the mountains there, the sun shining on the side of the train, the rest of it in shadow. Mountains in the distance. That's pretty. And go. There you go. Water texture could be better. It could be the proper type of water, but not today. Not today. Right. Let's slow down for the 25. And I'm assuming the signal will be okay. I mean, there's no reason for us to stop on the single, because we'll be blocking this path of another train. That's my logic. That's my logic indeed. We've got another whistle board. Okay. Brakes off. That's it. Bell on. See, I know what I'm doing. So that signal's red and green. The green means we can go off onto the other side of the track. That's what that means. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. We're going to find out. We are going to find out, aren't we? Yes, we're going to find out. Right. Let's start blowing the horn. That's it. Blow the horn. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, green means we can turn. That's right. Yeah, I got this right. I know what I'm talking about. There we go. Let's finish blowing the horn on this crossing here. And boom. Lovely. Right. And yes, there we go. We are now back on the journey, like double trackness bit. Where are we? Oh, we're there. Okay. And we've got to go via Coram East, which is like literally... Oh, it's 1.8 miles away. Okay, fair enough. Where is it? It's up there. More single track. Okie dokie. More single track is approaching. Oh, a freight train up there as well. Looks like one of the switchers. No, it's not a switcher, is it? That's not a switch. Oh, it might be. I can't tell. It's too far away. It's not a very long train, though. Alright, let's keep the power on. Stick around 25. Should be fine at 25. There we go. How much further have we got to go? That's the ultimate question. We've got to go 7 miles. There we go. It is a switcher. It's a switcher indeed. You betrayed me earlier. You caused me to crash. It's my own wrongdoing, but I'm still going to blame you regardless. I know it wasn't you exactly, but it was a model of you, and that's the same thing, really. Right. Let's keep the power on. We're going uphill here. We are going uphill indeed. Hey, the sun's now behind us. There we go. That's what you get with windy routes. The sun's all over the place. It's all over the place indeed. Alright, speed limit 25 is probably going to apply for quite a while, I feel. It's going to apply for quite a while indeed. It's amazing how long it's taken to go 20 miles. It's crazy. I mean, like, you know, in Britain, 20 miles, that's not actually too bad. I mean, London to Gatwick's 25, and that takes, what, half an hour in Gatwick Express if you're not speeding? So, you know, yeah, to go 20 miles and it take this long, it's a big change, you know, and that's what I like about train sim, or trains in general, is just the variety. That's what I like about trains, is the variety, and that's what I like about this series, because it gives me a bit more variety. Right, another whistle board here. Okie dokie, we shall deal with this in the most appropriate fashion. Bell on, there we go. Where is it? Let's have a look. Where art thou crossing? Where art thou crossing? This is a very sharp track. There it is. There's the cars. There they are. This is screenshot land right here. It really is. This sharp track here is screenshot land. But we've got to do the horn first. Got to do the horn first, indeed. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and final. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Here we come. And there's a lot of cars here today. Look at that. Jeez. Lovely. Lovely indeed. Right, screenshot time. This route looks very awesome with this. This just looks awesome in its own way. It really does. Right. One screenshot in this location, I reckon. Something like that. There we go. And go. Lovely. That's a massive train. I love it so much. Right. 24 miles an hour at the moment. Could be going a bit faster. Could be. Now, that signal. What do we reckon it's going to be? What do we reckon? That was the wrong button. What do we reckon this signal up ahead is going to be? I reckon it's going to be green. I'd like to think it's going to be green. We're going to find out. Going to find out. And it is indeed green. Look at that. Green for days. Lovely. Green for days. Drink of water there. So yeah, how are you guys doing? You all good? You're happy? Lovely stuff. I don't know. This is taking ages. Come on, train, speed up. Speed up. We're not going to speed up. Speed limit's 25. That's the trouble with some routes. They're so slow. I mean, like, what's the slowest route in train sim? I dread to think. It's probably like 10 miles an hour or something across a massive distance. I mean, like, that's just ridiculous. Wouldn't you just at that point rebuild the track to higher speeds? Wouldn't you? I mean, like, you know, 10 miles an hour, that seems a little bit too low. Wouldn't you just, like, rebuild that to make it faster? I would. I would. Look at this. Got another whistle board coming up. There we go. There we go indeed. Right. How, yep. So we're going on to single track again for the next distance. For the next distance indeed. We are nearly there. Yeah, we are actually nearly there. We've only got 6 miles left to go. Only 6 miles left to go. It's been an interesting journey, to say the least. I mean, we've only crashed once. You know, I mean, I've crashed more times than once in certain videos, but today I've only crashed once. So far. So far. Right, that's it. Let's get the horns going. The horns going indeed. Anticipate a stop at Belton for a meet with the second section of a high priority Z train. You'll be there for several minutes, so feel free to stop at the West Glacier Depot to grab some coffee. Okay. Okay, whatever that means, I'm sure it's something I should have paid attention to. What's our final destination? Is it Belton? It's West Glacier. So we're gonna go back onto the double track where we're gonna wait because there's another train going past. Yes, and that'll be the end of the scenario. I think that's true because there's a part 2 and a part 3 to this as well, which means I think part 2 is probably driving another train. And I think part 3 continues with this one. I can't actually remember. But we shall find out in the future, shan't we? We shall find out indeed. I do love this livery. It's so in your face. It's just bright orange. It's lovely. It's lovely. Lovely indeed. This route is so pretty. Look at that. So scenic. I should drive this on the Semmering barn or something of this nature. I think that couldn't possibly go wrong. Driving a train like this on the Semmering barn would prove interesting, to say the very least. Would prove interesting indeed. We're going up quite a gradient. Let's put a bit more power on here. I just noticed we're slowing down ever so slightly, making it ever so slightly longer, which is not what we want to do, because we don't want to be doing this forever. I've already been doing it for long enough. Not in saying that I'm bored or any sense, but you know, you want to get to your destination at the end of the day. You don't want to be driving a train forever. That's like London to Brighton, like with Brighton forever getting further away from you. That'd be boring. You want to get to the end. It's always satisfying to finish a scenario. Always satisfying indeed. Drink of water time. Indeed. I'm probably going to save at some point along this bit of track so we don't have massive problems, because otherwise I'm going to have to do the whole thing again, or most of it again, and I don't want to be doing that. Not again. Not again. I've already done that once. Because I'm incompetent at braking for red signals, and then yeah, that's just weird. That's just weird indeed. Look at that though. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, let's I just like keeping an eye out in front of us. We've got another whistleball coming up. There we go. Stuff to do, banter. Stuff to do indeed. Right, let's get the bell on. Bell is now on. I just noticed the speed limit's got up to 50. When did that happen? When did the speed limit go up to 50? I have no idea, but I'm going to go to it. That's what I'm going to go to it indeed. I had no idea that had changed because it wasn't on the HUD. Not that I could tell anyway. That's fun. I've probably been sitting here going too slow for ages. That's just fun indeed. That's just fun indeed. Oh, we're speeding up now. We are speeding up now. Let's just blow the horn for this crossing. That's it. That's professionalism right there. That's professionalism indeed. And over we go. Lovely. Oh my god, look at that. We can see the train behind us. That's so cool. That is so cool in its own way. Let's I think that just proves it's time for another screenshot. Something where you can see the train curving around like thus. I mean, look at that. That's just incredible. Right, let's oh, I can't see it now because my own train's covering it up. But it's definitely there. I mean, look at that. There we go. That's it. That's it. Lovely. Just the whole train curving around there. Are we nearly at the top of the hill? We are nearly at the top of the hill. Because I'm currently in full throttle, I think it's smart if I check the next signal up ahead. I'm assuming it's going to be like the last one. Crossover, but I'm expecting a yellow. Because I've been told to stop at some point. Oh no, we got a green. I'll take it. I'll take a green. I like a green. Good, good, good. I like a green indeed. How are we doing in terms of mileage? Belton West Main 1 is there. West Glacier is there. 4.1 miles-ish to go. That's good going. I mean, that's good going indeed. It's going along nicely. This thing's taking forever to speed up. We need to get to the top of the hill so we can start speeding up a little bit quicker. And then I'll probably speed straight through a red signal and die horribly. That sounds quite accurate, doesn't it, really? Yeah, it sounds painfully accurate. Hopefully we won't do that again. Hopefully we won't. So yeah, it's got a green signal coming up around the corner here. And then we were expecting a red at some point. The last signal of the scenario is going to be red. because that's just the way it's going to work, and I need to stop for that point, and it's slightly scaring me. Very slightly scaring me, because that's just the way it is. Alright, 2.7 odd miles. It's just around the corner. Okay, and West Glacier. That's weird. That's over there, and that's over there. So we're just going to... Are we basically doing a massive curve sort of thing? Probably. That's probably what we're doing. That would make sense in American trains to do some sort of weird curve sort of thing. Let's have a look round. See what we've got coming up here. Yeah, look at that. The track just buggers off over that way for a little while and then ends up going back over that way again, does it? Let's have a look. Yeah, the track just does a big loop. Okie dokie. Right. Let's watch the train from here then. Grab a nice screenshot as the train goes past. Should we watch the whole train go past again? I'm kind of thinking it'd be cool to do. I'm kind of thinking it'd also be quite boring. I don't know. Because this train's very long. There is no denying that this train is epically long. That's the only thing. It's the only thing indeed. There's the train right there. Look at that. Lovely. And go. Let's watch it go past for a little while. What can possibly go wrong? Is that a whistle board? Alright, no, let's pay attention to that instead then for now. Because that's where the professionalism lies right there. That's where it lies indeed. There should be a level crossing around here somewhere. I can't see. It should be just around this corner. There it is. There it is. I know what I'm doing. There we go. That's the professionalism we're looking for. There it is. Lovely. Lovely. Right. Now, how are we doing? Doing good. Got 1.8 miles to Belton West Main 1, which is our penultimate destination waypoint thing, I think. Yeah, I believe it is. And I believe we're expecting a yellow signal there. It makes sense. It makes sense. I shouldn't really dive ahead like this, because it caused me to crash last time, but, you know, whatever. Whatever, indeed. Yeah, the track just does a massive loop for no apparent reason. Right, what is that signal? Oh, no, it's green. Was not expecting a green signal. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, we'll just keep on going then. We shall just keep on going. Unless, of course, there's a speed limit change at some point, in which case someone will have to slow down. But for now, we'll just keep on going. That can't possibly go wrong. Oh, look at that. That's just awesome. That's just awesome indeed. I can't believe I've never done a route on this video before. Yes, well done, brain. Well done. A route on this video before. Video on this route before, as my brain wanted to say. Because it's incredible. I mean, obviously, I couldn't have. There's no way I could have ran this route on my old laptop because it would have just gone. So yeah, it wouldn't have coped very well. Was that a 25 limit? That might have been a 25 limit. Let's power down. Let's power down. I think that was a 25 warning. It's not on the HUD yet. But, you know, if it's there, it's there. I just realised we're going down quite the gradient. Which means if we've got to stop, oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun indeed. It's going to be fun indeed. Okie dokie. There's another whistle ball coming up. Next signal is in just over half a mile, and it's our second to last one by the looks of things. I probably did that way too early, the first horn. Oh no, the level crossing's there. Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I'll do. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do indeed. Right. Afterwards, I'm going to check the state of the signals and stuff up ahead. Right, go. So, signal's green, which means we're going that way, which is good. Speed limit, 25. Uh-oh. That definitely says 25, so I'm going to start slowing down. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that there says 25, unless it's a warning for 25. The speed limit's still 50. Okie dokie. Slightly confusing. Alright, well, I need to slow down anyway, because we are approaching the end of this scenario. West Glacier Station. Yes, I've got to stop in that distance. Okay. Okay, that's fun. Is that our final destination of the day? It is indeed. It's finally round the corner. Finally. Right. Just keep the braking on, because we've got to stop at a station with a massive freight train. This could go horribly wrong. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Might go well. I want to take a nice screenshot without a tree in the way. would be nice. Without a tree in the way. Without a tree. No. That's it. Just not covering the front of the train up. I'm sure anyone who takes photography will know what I'm on about. I have no idea. Right, because that's nice. There we go. And go. That's it. Bring the speed back. Bring the speed right back. Just to ready to stop, because our final destination is in half a mile. So we seriously need to slow down. Like, majorly seriously need to slow down, because this thing takes a little while. This is no electric multiple unit. This could take some time. But it's been a good journey today, apart from crashing, which, you know, was a bit of a hindrance on the day, to be perfectly honest. Apart from that one slight major screw up, we did well, I reckon. We've had a nice experience today. A good introduction to the workshop scenarios, I believe. It's a good introduction indeed. Hopefully you'll all agree. It's definitely been fun. Right, there is the platform up ahead, if you can even call it a platform. Doesn't really look like one. It just looks like a bunch of people. It does indeed. We are slowing down nicely, though. We should be able to stop. Yeah, it's just a really low platform. There it is. There's loads of people on it. We should wave to all the people. There we go. We'll start waving to all the people in a minute. I should probably put the bell on as well, as it's a platform. Is that a thing? I can't remember people telling me if that's a thing or not. It's probably a thing. It sounds like something that would be a thing. So I'm going to put the bell on at some point along here. I'm going to put the bell on indeed. That'll do. Just seems like something that would be done for some reason in my brain. I've probably been told about it in the past, and I'm just being stupid. I don't know. Who knows? Look at that. Wonderful train. That's it. Right, wave to all the passengers. Hello, passengers. We're not picking you up today. We're in a freight train, so that's the nature of things. But we are going to stop here, so that's good. We're going to stop here indeed. Very motionless, that guy there. He's probably just bored stiff waiting for his train. Yes, here we go. What train would run along here then? It'd be the Empire Builder, wouldn't it? The Amtrak Empire Builder. That's what runs along this line, isn't it? I think so. Definitely Amtrak. It must be Amtrak, because they're like the main one. But I think it's the Empire Builder is what's known for across here. I have no idea. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, there we go. We are now at West Glacier Station. Brakes are going on properly, which means that I'm going to turn the bell off. It's getting on my nerves. Which means this is pretty much the end of the day. Let's wait for the train to come to a nice, graceful stop. I said nice, graceful stop. Come on, train, stop. Train, stop. There we go. Come on. Nearly stopped. And stopped. There we go. Welcome to West Glacier Station. Nobody get on. We're a freight train. You might have a bit of a rattly time if you get on one of these cargo containers. Just my advice. I'd wait for a passenger train if I were you. I'd wait for a passenger train indeed. Well, I certainly hope that you have enjoyed this. It's been a fun ride. Well done. According to the dispatcher, we have some time to stroll over to the depot and grab some hot Joe. Take a break. Scenario complete. Well, we got there in the end, didn't we? Apart from crashing once, we got there, and it was very awesome indeed. The train is slightly rolling away, so before it rolls into the path of another train, I'm going to go. So thank you very much for watching this one. If you enjoyed it, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.